Hey everybody, welcome back to Brainiac Baseball's 1981 Detroit Tigers season replay. Today's matchup is between the Texas Rangers and the Detroit Tigers at Tiger Stadium. On the mound for the Rangers is George Doc Medich, whose record is 7-9 with a 4.22 ERA. And pitching for the Tigers today is Jack Morris, whose record is 9-5 with a 3.94 ERA. And so yesterday was a huge victory as we won in the bottom of the ninth, came from behind to win against all odds. And, it's we're still mathematically in it. I mean, if you take a look at the standings here, we're 2.5 games back. We have 5 games to go. Still going to take a miracle, but as long as, mathematically we have a chance, I'm not going to give up hope. As you can see, all 4 teams here in the win column either have 58 or 59 victories. So, I mean, it's really just a matter of what will the teams do, like New York, who's played a few games less than the other American League East teams. So it'll really come down to see what they do in those games that they have to make up. Taking a look at the West, Minnesota has a 1.5 game lead. So they are still clinging to the pennant in the West. So, it looks pretty solid for the National League teams. St. Louis essentially has locked it up. Chicago still, through like a schedule anomaly, I guess, still technically in it because they have a lot of games to make up. But otherwise, St. Louis is all but locked up the East. And Houston could be on the verge of locking up the West after today's game, I guess. So we'll see how that plays out. Let's go ahead and flip the calendar over to August. Here are the last 5 games as we have Jack Morris on the mound today. We have 2 more games after today at home, and then we finish up on the road against a potential first-place team. So we will see if we can get to that point where that'll make a difference. Here we go. Let's see. Jack Morris on the mound. Morris, of course, is struggling these last 2 starts. And Rozema, not so good yesterday either, giving up a couple home runs. Our bullpen is completely available. And our lineup against the right-hander, Doc Medich, a little bit different than yesterday. I've switched it up. I've been thinking about this for a while. We have Reggie Jackson DHing in the 3rd spot today. Rickey Henderson, we're going to move him out of the leadoff or 2nd position and move him down to 5th because, he's been hitting home runs and he's not stealing bases. And even though he has a speed of 88, which is high above average, he hasn't proven that he can do anything with it. So let's just try to use him for his power and maybe driving in some runs. We're going to put Barbaro Garbey in at first today and give Greg Brock the day off, and Bobby Ramos will catch in lieu of Lance Parrish. So Parrish will get the day off. He'll be available if we need a pinch hit. As we take a look at the Rangers lineup rundown. Here we go. Batting leadoff and at shortstop is Odie Davis. Batting second at first base is Terry Bogener. Batting third and DHing is Billy Sample. Batting cleanup and catching is Daryl Porter. Batting 5th in right field is Richie Zisk. Batting 6th at third base is Tucker Ashford. Batting 7th at second base is Bump Wills. Batting 8th in left field is Johnny Grubb. And batting 9th in center field is Mickey Rivers. Here's Jack Morris. Take a look at his log. You'll see here his last 2 starts have been about as bad as they can get. 5 walks in his last start against only 1 strikeout. He took the loss against Milwaukee and a no decision against Minnesota. And so we're going to keep an eye on him. We've definitely taxed his arm down the stretch. Same with Rozema as we've gone to this 4-man rotation. So maybe he's just not up for it. But we'll keep an eye on him. If you take a look at this is kind of interesting. He's had 66 walks this season in 148 innings pitched. Last year, he had the same amount of walks in an extra 70 innings pitched practically. So, he's been a little bit more reckless on the mound. So, okay, there is the Tigers' defensive alignment. You'll see Barbaro, Garbey at first. Not as good defensively as Greg Brock, so we might use him defensively in the later innings. Hopefully we'll have the lead to do that. Here's Odie Davis leading off against Jack Morris. And Morris starts off on the wrong foot with a walk. So it won't take me long to pull Morris today, as we don't have time to mess around if he's not going to get the ball over the plate. Fly ball by Bogener, and Gibson makes the catch in the left. One down. Billy Sample up next. Ground ball to first, and it gets past Garbey. Davis coasting to third, and that's a double for Sample. So the Rangers have 2 runners in scoring position. One down. Here is Daryl Porter. Ground ball to first. That should score Davis. Oh, Davis holds. What? That's crazy. I think that's a base running blunder there. So 2 down. And Richie Zisk is up. Zisk batting .257 and 2 for 2 against Morris. Ground ball back to Jack, and Jack tosses him out. Tigers get out of a jam. We go to the bottom of the first. Here is the Tigers lineup rundown. Batting leadoff. Playing second base is Sweet Lou Whitaker. Batting second in left field is Kirk Gibson. Batting third and DHing is Reggie Jackson. Batting cleanup at shortstop is Alan Trammell. Batting fifth in center field is Rickey Henderson. Batting sixth in right field is Garry Hancock. Batting seventh at third base is Tom Brookens. Batting eighth at first base is Barbaro Garbey. And batting ninth and catching today is Bobby Ramos. Doc Medich on the mound. He's 7-9 with a 4.22 ERA. Opponents are batting .266 against him. Not really a strikeout pitcher. 73 Ks in 166 innings pitched. Doesn't have a fastball apparently. A sinker, slider, change, and 45% ground balls. 46%. So he's a junk ball pitcher. And we seem to do pretty well against those kinds of pitchers. So here is Sweet Lou leading off, sending a fly ball into right. There's one down. Gibby's up next. Ground ball to first. Bogener makes the play. 2 down. We're giving Reggie a chance, moving him up in the order to the number 3 spot today. And a ground ball to second base. And a 1-2-3 inning, as you might expect. So we go to the top of the second. No score. Tucker Ashford leading off. He got his 10th home run in yesterday's game. Here he sends a fly ball into left center field. And Gibby makes the play. 1 down. Up next is Bump Wills. Ground ball up the middle for a base hit. So Wills is on first. We know he's got good speed. Take a look at his stolen bases. He had 52 in 1978. I believe he may have led the American League that year. I know he did lead the American League one season. That may have been it. And there he goes, stealing second base. So he's in scoring position for Johnny Grubb. And a ground ball base hit. Wills holds at third. Somebody's got to wake that third base coach up. That's another run that probably should have been on the board. And number 9 hitter, Mickey Rivers, is up next. I am going to bring the corners in, and they can go home if they need to. Otherwise, we'll keep the middle infield back. Try to turn 2, and that's a fly ball to center field. That should get the first run in for the Rangers today. There we go. Sac fly. RBI for Rivers, and that's 2 down. Back to the top of the lineup with Odie Davis and another walk by Morris. So 3 hits and 2 walks. We're not even through the second inning. This won't take long. I'm trying to give Morris a chance here. as he pops it up. Bogener does, and that should be out number 3 as Garbey makes the play in foul ground. So a 1-0 lead for the Rangers. We go to the bottom of the second. Here is Alan Trammell leading off. Ground ball to second base. So far, switching the lineup around hasn't done diddly poo, as Henderson strikes out in the 5th spot. So first, second, or 5th, he strikes out. Doesn't matter. And then Garry Hancock comes through with the first hit for the Tigers today. We are not going to go for 2. So Gary's on first. Here's Tommy. Tommy B, ground ball back to short. And that's the 3rd out. So we go to the top of the 3rd with Billy Sample, Porter, and Zisk all due up. 3, 4, and 5. Inside pitch, and Sample pulls it to left. 1 down. Daryl Porter up next. He had a home run yesterday. Fly ball, pop up on the infield. Tommy makes the play. 2 down. Here's Richie Zisk, and Zisk jacks it into the left field bleachers. And it's 2-0. That's Zisk's 9th home run in the season. 2 down. And Tucker Ashford flies out to center field. So the Rangers get another run on the board on the home run by Richie Zisk. We go to the bottom of the 3rd. Barbaro Garbey will lead off. Line drive to left. Play is made by Grubb. Next up is Bobby Ramos, getting a chance here to maybe make his last start of the season. He flies out to right. 2 down, back to the top of the lineup. And Lou shoots it to center. And a 1-2-3 inning. Not looking good for Detroit, but this is kind of how it went yesterday. We had to put some mileage on the starting pitcher before we finally got things turned around. Another base hit, the 5th off Morris, and I'm pulling him. Sorry, that's all I need to see. We're going to bring in Keith Comstock. We got a couple lefties here. So Morris, 3rd straight horrible start. Johnny Grubb comes in and hits a fly ball to center field. So 1 down. Next up is Mickey Rivers, and Rivers strikes out looking. So consecutive outs there with Wills still on first. He's not even trying to go to second. And then a ground ball to Whitaker. And a great job there by Comstock stepping in and closing out the inning. So we go to the bottom of the 4th, 2-0 Rangers. Here's Gibby. Gibby slumping big time, as his average is down to 283 now. 1 out for Reggie. Reggie, has no chance of getting it to the outfield. He pops it up to first. And then a line drive by Trammell. Another 1-2-3 inning. We go to the top of the 5th. Here is Terry Bogener, who's a left-hander, does not have a hit versus lefties this season. Pops it straight up on the infield. Well, it's going to carry to the outfield grass, and Trammell makes the catch. Next up is Billy Sample. He walks him. He walks the righty. Maybe that's not such a bad idea with Daryl Porter due next. Try to turn 2 here. Wild pitch. Come on. All right, so runner in scoring position. Only 1 out here. And a base hit. Oh, that third base coach. Somebody get him a 5-hour energy over there. Well, that's going to be it for Comstock. What other garbage pitchers we have here? Actually, Tom Filer seems to be doing pretty well. We'll take a look at his log. Yeah, he's had a couple outings in a row. Got the win, in fact, versus Minnesota on the 28th. And was a victim of a Trammell error on the 26th. But all in all, he's been pitching pretty well. Okay, so we're going to bring in Filer. We got to pull the infield in now. I mean, we cannot give up another run. Richie Zisk had that home run earlier, and he rips it through the left side of the infield for a hit. Sample scores. That run goes to Comstock. 3-0, and then Ashford just rips it to left. Oh, man, this is bad. Another run scores. 4-0 on the RBI double for Ashford. We pull the infield in again. This is the season going right down the toilet. Bump Wills pops it up. That's 2 down. And we got a couple lefties here, but we may as well let Filer pitch. Filer is considered for a starting spot in the rotation next year. Might be a number 5 starter, so he's got to learn to get the righties out too. Now we go to the bottom of the 5th. It is 4-0 Rangers, and we've got nothing going so far. There we go. Base hit by Rickey. And he's a statue on first. We're not sending him in no matter what. We will hit and run, though. Try to stay out of the double play. There's a base hit through the left side of the infield. Hancock's got 2 hits. Henderson just tiptoes into second base. So first and second, nobody out. Oh, man, we need a big hit from Brookens. But he's 0 for 9 against Medich. So I don't feel too good about it. Oh, we'll take a walk. So Medich starting to feel a little bit like he's getting wild here. Bases are loaded for Garbey. Why not Garbey? 3 for 7 on the season. And a base hit to center field. There we go. Hancock, will he score from second? He does. A 2 RBI single for Garbey. And it's 4-2. And there's still nobody out. Now, this is a guy you want to have up here. This guy's clutch. It's Bobby Ramos, 0 for 2 against Medich in his career. Oh, he hits it right back to Medich. Medich goes to second. They were trying to turn 2. A run scores, and it's 4-3. Ramos is the base runner on first. Okay, so runner on first. 1 down. Here's Sweet Lou. Wow, that was a real wild pitch. Look where that ball was. I mean, it was only 80 miles an hour, though. I think any catcher would have recognized an 80-mile-an-hour slider that was high. Okay, so runner on second, 1 down. And then he walks Whitaker. Wow. He's totally lost it this inning. And now it's Gibby, who, as I've said before, earlier in this game, has done jack poop. He's got a 96 power, and yet, oh, well, that was actually what I was going to look at, the game log. He hasn't hit a home run in over 20 games. So, I mean, is there a player that's more due than Gibson? Let's see what he's got. We're going to let him swing away. Oh, nope. Ground ball to short, and that'll get him out of the inning. Oh, no, they can't turn 2. Gibby, with his newly found speed, up to a 92 now, beats out the double play and is going to give Mr. March, Reggie Jackson, a chance to tie the game up. He gets it to the outfield all the way down the wall. And 2 runs scored, and we've got the lead on a double by Reginald Jackson. I've never been more proud to be a Jackson than I am right now. We have 2 down. Reggie's on second. I guess, is there anybody even in the bullpen for the Rangers? I mean, they are trying to win the division. And a base hit for Trammell. Will Jackson score? He does. See, our third baseman knows what's up. Third base coach is what I'm trying to say. It's 6-2. We have put ourselves a great little rally going here. Let's try to steal second. Let's try to keep the pressure on. Whoa. Was that a wild pitch or a pitch out? Trammell's safe anyway with that 83 speed. I don't know what the hell that was about, but we'll take it. That is Trammell's 19th stolen base on the season. So, runner on second, 2 outs. Here's Rickey. Rickey got it all started this inning. And a base hit through the right side. Trammell scores. And they've finally seen enough. Tigers have a 7 spot on the board. They're going to bring in Bob Babcock. No relation to Gary Hancock. I mean, the cock is similar. So 28 games. I always try to do that deadpan, but I just couldn't not laugh. Okay. So 2-0 record, 4.76 ERA, 32 walks, and 19 strikeouts. And yeah, he's not good. That's what I'm trying to say. So, it's don't cross the streams, boys. As Gary Hancock steps in against Babcock. One cock will prevail. There's only room for one. And it is Gary Hancock as the Tigers take a 9-2 lead with Gary Hancock's 6th home run on the season. There are so many more jokes I could make right now, but we've got to keep it moving. Okay, so Tom Brookens, he does have a home run against Babcock this season. And a ground ball right back to the pitcher. And that'll get him out of the inning. We put 9 runs up on the board. That is the most runs we've scored in any inning this season. I don't believe we've ever got to double digits in one inning. And Tom Filer now is the pitcher of record. We have a lefty-righty-lefty due-up. I would like Filer to get through one more inning, but he hasn't been particularly good giving up 2 hits. Mickey Rivers flips it down the left field line. That's a base hit. Nope, let's say maybe that was 2. We've got a 5-run lead. We can play a little bit here. Odie Davis up next. And Filer sends it right down the pipe. So, okay. Filer absolutely does not have it. We're going to bring in George Capizzello. He got the win yesterday and pitched really well. 5-2 on the season. His ERA is ballooned. It's at 4.63, but coming down a little bit. He was our closer at one point. He's got 7 saves out of 8 opportunities. And now we're just using him in middle relief. He's going to face Terry Bogener, who does not have a hit versus lefties. And he shoots it to center. Can Henderson track it down? He does. Rivers will tag up, move to third. And now we got Billy Sample up, who hits lefties pretty good. This is not, I'm a little nervous here. Yep, base hit to center field. Is going to get to the wall, all the way to the wall. And it is 9-5. That run goes to Filer. Next up is Daryl Porter. One swing of the bat here can bring them within 1 run. There we go. Strikes out. Porter looking. It's 2 down. And now we've got Richie Zisk up, who hits .324 versus lefties. So we're going to bring in Tom Hume, our mop-up guy. Former closer for the Tigers, who has not been good. And he hits a fly ball to left field. And he seems to actually be pitching better in these scenarios where he's just got to get one guy out. So good job by him. And we maintain a 4-run lead, giving up the 1 run that inning. We go to the bottom of the 6th with Barbaro Garbey up. Let's look at the in-game stats. There we go. Garbey 1 for 2, had those 2 big RBIs. Look at that. Hancock's 3 for 3 at the home run. And here we go. So Garbey leading off against Bob Babcock. And Bob Babcock hits Garbey. So Garbey is on first. We're going to hit and run with Bobby Ramos. Let's get him moving. Bobby Ramos ground ball to second. Garbey takes second base on the ground ball. Fielder's choice. So runner on first. Here's Lou Whitaker. He's 0 for 2 for today with a walk. And a base hit to left field. Will Garbey score? Do we want to send him home? I like those odds. I'm a little bit afraid to do it, honestly. I just feel like I don't know. I feel like we're due one against us here. Oh, Garbey is safe. All right. That's a 10 spot. We get that run back. And it is 10-5. Runner on first. That's Whitaker. One down. And then Bob Babcock walks Gibby. That's going to bring up Reggie Jackson. Let's see if Reggie learned anything in his last at bat. No, he did not. As he grounds into a 6-4-3 double play. All right, well, we got the one run back. And we've got a righty and a switch hitter. So we're going to let Hume pitch to Ashford, who's 0 for 2 against Tom Hume. Fly ball to center field. There's one down. Next up is Bump Wills. Wills has a hit against Hume in his career, and he's having a good day. 2 for 3 with that stolen base. Popping it up to Trammell at short, and he makes the play on the outfield grass. 2 down. Now we got lefties due up again. I think we got to let Hume try to get through this inning. That would be helpful. Ground ball to first. Garbey steps on the bag. Nicely done. We go to the bottom of the 7th. Here is Trammell leading off. Trammell 1 for 3 with an RBI today. Has a home run in his career against Babcock. Ground ball that just squeaks through the infield for a base hit. Trammell now 2 for 4 today. He's got a stolen base as well. Rickey Henderson, I'm liking him in this 5 spot. As long as he doesn't keep watching the ball go by him. There we go. Ground ball to third. That might be 2. Nope. Only play was to get Henderson at first. So Trammell's in scoring position for Gary Hancock, who's having a day. 3 for 3. Got that home run, couple ribbies. And he pulls it down the right field line, falls in for a hit. Trammell scores. No, we don't need to go for a double. But if I did, he would only need a triple to go for the cycle. But that's not realistic. Okay, so great job by Hancock. 4 for 4 on the day. Certainly player of the game material. As Babcock walks Brookens. 2 walks for Brookens today. So even he is contributing. Okay, and we're going to take out Garbey. And we're going to bring in Greg Brock to hit against Babcock and play defensive at first base. So it's first and second. There's one out. Here's Greg Brock. And he hits a ground ball to second. And they cannot turn 2. That's a pretty solid looking infield there. I don't know why they're struggling to turn double plays. The only play was to get Brock at first. So second and third for Bobby Ramos, who's 0 for 3 on the day. He does have an RBI. And they walk Ramos. That's enough of that. They're going to bring in Tony Fossis, who is making his major league debut in this game. I mean, if you look at his face here in this photo, he's a pretty old dude. He played into his 40s. I believe it was 40, 41 when he finally did retire. I don't think he ever, 23 years old. So I guess he's a late bloomer in this game. He does have a fastball. He can throw a screwball, but not very well. Average ground ball pitcher. His fastball tops out around 90. So the bases are loaded, 2 down, and Whitaker can hit lefties. Let's see how he does here against Tony Fossis. Line drive right at the second baseman, and Wills makes the play. That's the third out. So we get another run on the board. It's 11-5. We are going to bring in Glenn Wilson to play right field. Oh, I feel bad about taking him out. Because he might actually he will get another at bat. Okay. Well, we'll chew on it. Let's bring in Dave Rucker to pitch the 8th. Rucker, as I've shown a few times, he's usually just used as a loogie. But we're going to have him pitch his full inning here. Take a look at his splits. Lefties hit 135 against him. Take a look at his log. I mean, he just gets one out here, one out there. And only giving up 2 runs in his last 20 games. So he got a couple wins on the board. So Rutgers been a nice surprise. And here's Mickey Rivers leading off. He's 2 for 4 against Rucker in his career. Oh, and Rucker drills him. He remembers that. So putting a speedster on with a 6-run lead, I don't really dig that much. But Odie Davis, top of the lineup, 1 for 2, 2 walks today. Davis flips it to right. Caught by Hancock. That's going to bring up lefty Terry Bogener, 0 for 4 on the day. The only Ranger who does not have a hit. Not today. As Bogener strikes out swinging. That's the first K for Rucker. And now we're going to have a tough at bat against Billy Sample. Well, he walks him. That's fine. But gets to a lefty here. Daryl Porter. 1 for 4 on the day with a strikeout. This will be the last batter one way or another. Ground ball to third. Brookens makes the play, and we go to the bottom of the 8th. Good job by Rucker. It's a 6-run lead with Kirk Gibson leading off, a lefty against Tony Fosses. Gibby, he puts a charge into it. 295 feet. Gibby goes 0 for 4 on the day with a walk. Reggie's up next. We're going to let Reggie face Fosses. Teach a rookie something here. Nope. Flipping it out to left. That's the second out. It's going to leave it up to Trammell. Ground ball, base hit into center field. Trammell's 3rd hit of the day. So Allen is on first. Next up is Rickey Henderson having a decent day, 2 for 4. Shoots it to right. Is that going to fall in? No, it will be caught for the 3rd out of the 8th. We go to the 9th. Tigers have a 6-run lead. We are going to bring in Dave Patterson. Try to give Weaver the day off. Patterson, a little bit up and down. He's had a couple good outings in a row. He had that rough one where he gave up 2 runs against Minnesota. We took the loss that game. He didn't personally, but we did lose that one, if I recall correctly. Making his 22nd appearance, it's coming over in the trade for Steve Kemp. 1-2, 2.82 ERA, 10 Ks and 22 innings pitched. Opponents are batting 187. Alrighty. So, Richie Zisk leading off against Dave Patterson. Zisk had that home run earlier. Fly ball to left. There's 1 out. Tucker Ashford up next. Oh, Ashford gets a base hit into left field. His 2nd hit of the day. It's going to bring up the switch hitter, Bump Wills. Son of Maury Wills. We've talked a lot about him. As he gets a base hit to left, this is not good. We got a couple lefties due up here. And we've got no more lefties in the bullpen. We have our closer. But I'm really hoping that Patterson could just get through this, even if he gives up just 1 run. Line drive by Grubb to center field. Caught as Ashford tags up. Henderson gets it back into the infield. So 1st and 3rd, 2 down. It's up to Mickey Rivers to keep it alive. He's 1 for 1 against Patterson. And he hits a screamer to center. Play is made by Henderson, and we win that game 11-5. Wow, what a crazy game. We hung in there. We put that 9th spot up on in the 5th inning, and that was really good enough to win the game. So, where do we stand now, folks? Tigers trounce Rangers for the 59th win of the season. That's an odd headline. Take a look at the standings. Oh, there's the National League. Oh, there we go. So St. Louis is officially the winner of the American League East. They'll be heading to the playoffs, likely against Houston, but Cincinnati keeping their hopes alive on a 4-game win streak, 8-2 in their last 10, and they have the most home runs in the National League. In the AL, Detroit, we are 2 games back with 4 to go. New York leapfrogs over Boston to take over first place again, but again, this is all negligible as there's still plenty of games to play among the New York and Boston teams. Baltimore Now tied with Detroit. And Minnesota wins, and California falls to 2.5 back. What a story Minnesota's been. That's the biggest surprise, I think, of the season. Okay, let's take a look at the transactions. Trade deadline was yesterday, and it was uneventful. And so Paul Molitor of the Brew Crew is going to miss the rest of the season. Great year by him. He leads the American League in batting average with a .337 average, and I would imagine that's going to be good enough to win it. So, unfortunately, he has to finish the season on the IL. Let's pull up the box score and get out of here. 4 games to go. It is not over yet. We have Bruce Robbins going tomorrow, and it'll be interesting to see what the lineup is. They bring in there versus the lefty. Gary Hancock, what a great home run he hit. His 6th of the year. Funny as hell. He goes 4 for 4 on the day. Easily the player of the game. Hands down. Player of the game. Stolen base by Trammell. Filer gets the win. He did not pitch well, but he just happened to be the player of record. And then the bullpen stepped up after that and took care of business. Medich, 7 and 10, 8 runs scored against him. Richie Zisk put his 9th home run into the left field bleachers. Ashford and Billy Sample had 2 doubles. I believe Sample is... No, he's not a rookie. I thought he was a rookie this season. I don't know why he's not playing every day. Maybe it was injury. So that's going to do it. We're going to come back tomorrow. We're going to play Game 3 of the 4-game series. Until then, everyone, have a great night.